Why are we not live on YouTube? We are live on YouTube. Brilliant. Hola, hola. Okay, let's go the daily, the puzzle. If only I remembered Puzzle Rashka. There we go. Okay, what are we? White. What is going on here? What is going on here? Check, check, check. Wait, what day is this today? What am I looking at? Today is Monday. It should be May Team 1, right? Superman, how are you going, buddy? Alternatively, bishop e5, king e5. Oh, then queen e7, then takes, and then knight f3. Oh, yeah. King d5, knight f4. Now, that's not a Monday puzzle, but it's beautiful. Oh, wait, knight f3 is nonsense. Bishop takes it, so it has to be queen e3, maybe? King d5, knight f4, king here, knight f7, king here, queen e6. Okay, I'll take that. Neat. Oh, that was a Sunday puzzle. That's why it was so difficult. Well, it wasn't that difficult, but it wasn't definitely a made into like this one is. Okay, we have a check here that is covered by the bush. Maybe b4 takes knight d5. This should be easier than that. Something is amiss here. Oh, it's just the bishop. Knight f4. Wow, la la. Wow. Okay. Okay. Isn't it a near mate? So we just block the e4 square. Oh, but then bishop here. So it's bishop first. He checks, something blocks, but then h5, king g5. Wait, I'm an idiot. It's just g5. Oh my god. What? Yeah. Is it just take and then a4 and then just push all the pawns and be happy? Yeah, for sure, right? Let's go. Check. Oh, hello, a4 Matutsky. Queen takes e3 looks like a delicious move. Check, bishop g1. Take, queen e1, rook f1 is not it. Oh, hello, brother. Someone just joined the party. Oh, Reza. Reza is a YouTube subscriber as of now. Reza, you are a forking legend. Welcome in, Mr. Reza. I messed this up. Repair, how are you going, man? Okay, so once again, check bishop g1. What am I missing? Take, queen check, blocks. It's really wild. Oh, it's rook d2. I missed that move. Yeah. Alright, let's do the week before. Alright, let's just check and take the free rook. Like what? Okay, I guess. This looks like a mate in one. Mr. Repair, what's good in your life, buddy? What is happening? There is a check here to conquer the knight. Now we need to be mindful of this. But I can go king here and queen block, which defends the rook. Okay. Bishop b4 seems no-brainery, but then knight b1. What do we do here? No work is good for you. I think everyone is on board with that. Oh, it's 92 and then bishop b4. And then they can't take. That's beautiful. So it's 92, king e2, bishop b4, and the king can't take the knight because then the knight becomes pinned. That's great. Okay, that was cool. That was cool. That was cool. That looks like checkmate. Nice. That was a very cool one. What the hell? This is definitely a non-check puzzle. Queen f3 looks like it. Queen f1, king f1, c1, queen, king back, queen f4 is a bit of a fly in the ointment though. So it might have to go this way to combine the threats of this and this. Yeah. And now check, queen f8, bishop checking. No, it's mate, I'm an idiot. Noise. Oh, that looks like a Studier, and I have seen this before. So the idea is to go check king here, bishop check king here, and then somehow sneak past the defenders. And by the way, this is the end of a study. So this starts like 15 moves further back. Let me think. E6 king here, f3 king here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, at one point we might. At one point we might. I didn't know that you were a Stella fan. This is the famous Queen A3 move, guys, that everyone should know from the Hikaru game. This looks like a Rook G2, Bishop G2, Rook G8. Rook G5 is very dirty here. Creating... Oh, you are modding for him, right? Okay, cool. I didn't know that. Cool, cool, cool. That looks like a very nice tingle mate. What do you call that thing? Smothered? Except if I go here, there is Rook G6 counter check. So we have to be smart about this. Wait, what am I thinking about? It's just Rook G4. I'm an idiot. You what? Oh, it's knight here. Oh yeah, of course, there is no smothered mate because the queen covers c2. It's knight here and then back rank mate. Ay, ay, ay. That was fugly. I don't see this instantly. What do you call Bruce Lee's very fast son? Instantly. I just made it up. That was brilliant. So there is this idea. Oh, it doesn't work. Never mind. Colin, welcome in, brother. Welcome in. No, not Brendan. That's the wrong answer. That's correct. No Brendan there. I don't know what the answer to this is. So there is this idea of rook e7, and if bishop takes and after knight h6, I have got mate against either moves, but I don't see how I win after queen takes. Knight check and king here. That's me problem. This is really bugging me, ladies. This is really bugging me. So apparently tactics knows the answer. Oh, it's b5. Bishop and then take and win the bishop. Oh my god, that is so smart. But yes, it is a rage bait. You are right, it is a rage bait. That was the hint I needed, that it was a rage bait. Cool. Thanks for that, tactics. Tindy! Where the hell have you been, bro? Welcome in. Long time no see, brother. Have you been busy watching Magnus knocking out cameraman, or what's the story of your absence? Where have I been? Piss off. I was streaming before Chrissy, and then obviously I haven't streamed since. Okay, there is rook check here too, which looks very good, because if king here, then we have mate. So rook e3, king f8, rook check, king g8. But that's the end of the road. Oh, I just put a few up, Greg, because there was hardly anyone tuned in, so I didn't want to get to the meat of the stream when we have no audience. Anyway, it's good to have you on board, Tindy. Tell me what's good in life, brother. I have a feeling that 96 is going to be part of this operation at some point. But I don't see it yet. This looks like a dead end. It really feels like a rook e3 idea. Yeah, he has got a bit of a problem with losing in chess, right? Funnily enough. Dude is modeling how to be a good fighter. I know, Tindy, it's a problem you can't relate to because you never lose, right? That's a way to solve the problem. Rook d7, you guys keep on saying. Yes, and after king f8, we are going to have knight e6. I called that knight e6 was part of the deal. And if the king goes back to e8, then what? And just casually takes e7. Yeah, I suppose. Okay. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that would have been pretty neat. If Erdog Moose put up a bit of a better fight. But he didn't. What the hell is this? Check, check. Oh, is it? That's nice. Check, check, rook c4, hitting the knight and the mate. That's neat. Yeah, some of these puzzles are quite tricky. For sure. Bishop b5, c4, rook f3, rook f3. That's not it. It's so incredible that every single white piece is on a light square. Like, this bishop is just having a field day. Ah, okay, it's take, take, queen e4, king g2, rook f3, queen f3, and then bishop h3, check. Neat. You what? Hello? Is it? Oh, wait, what? Oh, there's a mate down here. Yeah, but I've queen. No, I don't. Oh, this is another rage bait. 93 check and then rook d4. The idea of this puzzle is that if you go for the queen, then we get mated down here. Or close to mate anyway. But after 93, if they drop the queen back to the bishop to g7, then the bishop becomes pinned. So when you take f5, bishop c2, king a1, there is no mate on b2 because the bishop is pinned. It's a very cool point. What is your master's at? The psychological depth of dating in the 2700 plus rating range of professional chess players. Shortest thesis ever. Squishy, it changes, sometimes this, sometimes that. It depends on context too. Like if I do it with someone else present, then I adjust to them. So if I'm on stream, I think in English, at least chess-wise. It makes no difference. I think it's always an interesting question when it comes to people who are somewhat bilingual, at least. I mean, knight g2 wins the queen, yeah? But do I have a mate? Now, when you have a free queen, win the queen. That's it. Okay, October done. I have done this before. So king e7, knight d5, take f7, knight d5, bishop, and then wins the piece on the pin. Neat. I haven't solved this for August. Ooh. Geoinformatics. It's technology of maps, drones, satellites, mapping, etc. That doesn't quite sound like the psychology of dating in the 2700 plus rating range professional chess players, but I'll take it. I'll take it. So rook e5 is an idea which conveniently cuts out the check, but I'm not sure it's threatening with anything meaningful. Yes, we are with knight f5 mate. So rook e5, king g7 is forced. But I wanted to cut out that move. Maybe it's rook c1 first. Yeah, that move I like more. Then black is restricted to queen to d3. Would be lovely to play b5 there. So that queen d6, rook c6 wins. Hello Milo, how are you going, buddy? Oh, Code, how are you going, buddy? Merry Christmas. I had a Christmas gift for you, brother. In case you haven't been on my YouTube channel for the last 4 days. So queen d3, but b5 seems like a... Oh shit, no, that was meant to be a right mouse. I know it's rook c1, but after queen d3, b5 feels lame. I think that's what it is. Ah, shit. If check king g7, that doesn't add up to me. Rook c6 is the only logical alternative, but then king here. I'm missing something obvious here. Is it rook d1? Yes. Okay, so after rook d1, the queen comes back to c2. Ah, and then rook d2 maybe? Queen b1? I still don't quite understand. Oh, I missed that, but now I have rook g3. baby. That was neat. That was neat. That was neat. Mulham Hijazi on the YouTube chat is an experienced solver by the looks of things. Cody, did you see my latest YouTube video, buddy? Asking for a friend? Oh shit, I've solved this before. Oh, that's the answer. Cody comes in strong. Thank you, mate. This is rook e8. That is the nicest move on the chessboard, right? And we have got mate against rook takes and knight takes. But what do we have against queen? Oh, you did. Good. Check here. I don't see it, man. Oh, it's queen f6. I'm an idiot. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, God. Okay, so we've got, barring these two, 6 knight moves to pick from. Okay, that's definitely not it. So 5. My gut is h3, but I may be wrong. King e2, queen d2, king f3, knight g5, king g3. And we're running out of steam there. Okay, my second gut is knight d5. Put your pieces in the center. King d2 check, king f3, queen f4, king e2, knight c3, king e1. And now it feels like we are onto something, baby. King e1. Now we need another sexy knight discovery. Knight e4, king e2 check, king f3. Knight g5, king g3. So knight here, king here. Check here, check here, check here. Oh, it's knight b5 check. King e2, knight d4 check. That is beautiful. Ay, 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 ay. That's brilliant. Check this out. Whoo! Hello? Was that the hottest thing you have seen today? Apart from the streamer himself? Oh, what a freak. Check, huh? This has to be check and mate in one way, shape or form. So check, checkmate. That looks like just a check. That's what she said too, just green dude. That's what she said too. Thanks, Cody, for the sub, by the way, buddy. Alright, we're going to play. I'm going to go through one more set. And then I'm going to do some game analysis. Maybe just bishop a6. Yeah. Sometimes the best you have is to win a piece. Bishop a6, bishop c8 looks very filthy. Noise. Ooh. Take queen c3. Hello, what? Oh. Imagine if you pulled this one off. Imagine if you pulled this one off in a game. Ah! And then you just mow down the third rank. Ay, 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 ay. That is cool. That is very cool. This is screaming to be check. But is it? Yeah, some of these are quite nice indeed. So that's check, king f8 is not mate. Wait, I took it a bit too casually. Okay, so maybe it's knight e6, king f8, knight g7, king f8, knight g6 mate. Yeah. Unusual mate arrangement, which is why I didn't see it. Black to move. Just take and take this, no? We win the rook in the end. Hello, what? Was too easy. And this is meant to be the very tough one. Wait, what? Isn't it just check, check, and then check, and then take, and then queen h4 mate? What? That can't be right. It's too easy for a Sunday puzzle. I mean, I solved that almost blindfolded. Come on. Yeah. All right. All right. Let me have a look-see at what we're doing today. Let me have a look-see. Let me have a look-see at what we're doing today. Yeah, that's right. I'm already yawning. Too hot to handle. Too good. Too good. So the other day, I got a request kind of thing about a particular opening that popped up and from a student, and I would like to see a couple of sample games for it. But I find the good games. I'm getting 4,000 challenges, by the way, per minute, which is very weird. Annoying. Alternatively, if you guys had some absolute banger games that you wanted to have a look at, do let me know. Okay, I'm going to have a look at this game with you guys. We need an anal board, yep. We need a different cut, unless I'm mistaken. Yes, that will do. No, that's not what we want. We Okay, so here is the game. Balashov. Is there anyone educated enough in the chat to recognize the name Balashov Yuri against Lev Alport? So, the question was by a student that they have had this g6 move played against them a couple of times, and they struggled to eke out a noticeable advantage after the moves takes, e4. Usually it's either b4 or a6, and then, you know, knight d2, bishop g7, let's say bishop d3, castles, d6, this type of jam. And I've played a fair number of games, and I won almost all of them with white. But I must admit that the more I look at it, the more I realize that white's advantage is very, very volatile here. Hello, Courtney. And so, in an attempt to find a little bit more spicy way to treat this, despite the fact that it looks optically very good, but black has some very simple ways to equalize, like bishop g4 trade, then queen c7, trade the other knight here or here, and that's it, the advantage is gone. Likewise, we can trade here first and then play 19-19, and again, black is fine. And at times, white even has to watch out for an f5 break with opening up the monster. So, we wanted something more lively. Can you guess what a more lively move is here for white after g6 rather than taking f6? A very dynamic, aggressive approach to the problem. Nope, no moves are coming in. I'm happy to look at your game, Mr. Raccoon. Jim's Proud is correct. It is d6. This is the move, folks, that we want to engage with. This is the move indeed. Runaway! Howdy, buddy. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. I don't know why my commands don't work. Do they work in Twitch? What's up with the commands? Give me a sec, guys. We're going to go on with d6. I just need to log in. Okay, we're logged on. Let's try this again. The point of d6 is that it disrupts black's development and it creates the pin, or makes the pin to be a real problem. Alright, sorry, I'm a bit distracted right now. Okay, I don't understand. Fuck it. Yeah, so d6 is basically played with the intention of messing with black on the diagonal. And because of they have already chucked in b5, this diagonal is also quite exposed, so at times we are threatening to do harm on that diagonal too. So this is how the game went. They took on d6, which is one of the most logical responses. Oh, I think I know what happened. Let's try it now. I think I know what happened. Maybe not. They took on d6. Now the pin is real. And so now we play knight c3. b5 is hanging, knight d5 is pending, knight d4 is pending. Things looking gnarly. Hello, Grizzly. How are you going? Now, according to the engine, bishop e7 is best. And you won't believe the best move for white here. That is so crazy. So damn typical engine stuff. Yeah, you are not wrong about the development pattern, but bishop g7 here is not playable. Or playable, but problematic on account of e4. Actually, it is playable. Knight c6, knight c3. Oh, code mode! Hello, hello. Yeah, this is also playable. Anyway, let's go on to what happened in the Balashov game. So d6 takes, knight c3. And h6. Oh, by the way, sorry, I forgot to answer my own question. So the point is that after bishop g7, or not bishop g7, sorry, what was it? ed, no, it was bishop g7, wasn't it? Or was it takes knight c3 and then bishop e7? I forgot now my own question, shit. Yeah, it's here. h4 is the best move. That's mental. And if b4, then you go knight d5. If knight d5, you take. If knight c6, you go h5. Good old Harry the H is always the answer, no matter what the question. No matter what the question is, Harry the H is the answer. Okay, let's go and have a look at the game and then we will move on to Cody. h6, and that was a terrible retreat here. Bishop f6, queen f6, and knight b5 was winning the chess game on the spot. Because now after queen d8, we have got a very neat forced win. Very neat and very tricky to spot. If anyone can find this, I would be very impressed. White to move. There are multiple ways to do it. Okay, so the engine likes knight d6. I will show you this. Take, and the white is doing great here because of the check threat, which forces black to play knight c6, and then you can take c5. So that's a very clean win. But there is a different idea here that I like a lot. Any takers? Queen d6 does look scary if you want to sack a queen, but I don't think that that's the right time. Advice cabinet coming in with the money. Queen d5 and then queen e4 check. Wow. Wow. And now no matter how black blocks, knight d6 is happening. Of course our favorite is this, but that's not going to happen. The most likely one is either queen or bishop. And then we have got tremendous pressure here. This looks great. And likewise, queen e7, knight d6, king f8, d8 rather, excuse me. But here we have to trade queens. So I don't know if I would prefer this or the line where we picked off the c5 pawn as well. Yeah, Balashov overcooked it here with bishop f4. But then got lucky. Apparently a6, bishop d6, bishop b7, and black is completely fine here. If you take on f8, I think I can just tuck the king away. And now white is back in the lead. Look at this development, man. Like, everybody's out and nobody's out here. Queen c6 is another very ugly move. Ay, ay, ay. So queen takes knight a6, and good luck, Chuck. This king is dead. Oh, I should have changed the title of this stream. I just realized. All right, let's have a look at what Cody sent me. I'm actually more interested in that now. Ooh, the man changed his photo. What? Tindy, for God's sake. Ah, man, you're not allowed to donate to the channel anymore. Stop. You absolute beast of a human. Stop. Thank you so much. Oh, Grizzly, your question came in too late. I think it was winning the night, actually. Human. Stop. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Alright, Tindy, you are a freaking legend. Thank you so much, mate. Yeah, I know it's Paul Morphy. You don't need to tell me that. Thank you. Fittingly Paul Morphy. Alright, so this is now dedicated to Code Mode as well as to Tindy. Happy New Year to you too, brother. I hope that the young fella is also doing great, by the way. Cheers, chess lover. I think Tindy has become top donor of the stream. Look at this man go. Look at this man go. So from memory, Cody, we are supposed to take this and then hit it with queen b3. There is some kind of theoretical line here, I believe, that goes like this. And now knight d4 is met by check. So knight d8. And then f4. Yeah, this looks pretty decent. This looks pretty decent. Yeah, I don't like this here because even if I give you another move here with white, I'm not sure what you are getting out of this. I would have preferred he just simply developed, right? Like, why are we on a mission to reinvent the wheel? The wheel. Good old Hungarian accent there for you, right? Like, just play developing moves and go happy. Why are we going nuts with knight g5? Too soon. Hello, Tanner. Too soon. Yeah, I totally dislike all of this. Like, all you did is that you strengthened their center, and now they have got a very realistic chance to play for knight f6 d5, completely murdering us in the middle. Yeah, you spent way too much time on hunting down a bishop here that wasn't really doing too much anyway. f3? What? What the frick is f3? Wait, I don't understand this. Why don't we play a chess move here? What is f3? Like, why not bishop here? Why not castle? Why not queen a4? I don't get where this came from. But that pawn, my good friend, is guarding. So why are we once again reinventing the wheel? Like, you're not castled, you're not developed. Solidifying a pawn is not a principle we want to follow. That's a poor choice right there for you. Oh, h6, wow. Okay. Alright, I don't understand the moves that we're playing here, brother. So, we are playing some really, really weird chess here. So, what is the most natural move in this position? Castles, hands down. So, if you play anything but castles, you have to have a very, very, very good reason to not to do this. Now, your reasoning was that you were scared shitless about this pawn advancing, which is actually a terrible move because it accommodates bishop e3. And this pawn poses no threat whatsoever, and in fact, it is becoming quite vulnerable. In strong contrast, queen d3 is supposed to blockade the pawn. Now, the first lesson that we learned from Nimzovich, from his marvelous book, My System, is that the best blockader of a pawn is the knight, and the worst blockader of any pawn is the queen. Because as you increase the value of the piece, it becomes worse and worse as a blockader. And you just ask now for knight e5 or knight b4, followed by the very thing that you were supposed to stop. So I don't understand how you even justify this move to yourself. Because it doesn't make sense strategically, and it doesn't make sense tactically either. Because it's super easy to see that it fails to accomplish what it was designed to do. So why would you play such a move is really mysterious to me. Like, this to me is a textbook case of Ben Feingold 101. Why are we playing bad moves that we know are bad moves? That's what that is. You know it's bad and you're playing it. Working too much, Tindy. What are you doing? Working around the farm, I guess. Yeah, that's just awful, man. Like, I don't understand how this could be picked over castles. Fuck, man. Please, castle, for the love of God. Although bishop b4 may be trapping a queen. Urgh. Shit. No, that's actually a good move there. And just when you were about to recover from this shit show by playing knight c5, we just blundered the whole game away with f4. That hurts a lot. Yeah, Cody, what's happening here, brother? You played f3 to solidify the pawn, and now you go like, hey, do you want to take everything? And they go like, yep, we do. Well, as far as I can see, brother, you're losing the chessboard, aren't you? Wouldn't that be the answer? It is a textbook case, Cody, again. This is the old Cody of when you have got a hammer in your hand, everything appears to be a nail. It's like you just want to fight. Like, you've got nothing to fight with, man. You have got a catastrophe of an army against a beautifully organized black piece mass in the center. And you go like, you want to fight? You want to fight? It's like a Roman soldier in full army kit walking the streets of Rome. And a naked beggar rocks up to him and he goes like, hey, do you want to fight? It's like, yeah, I do, actually. Let's see who wins this one. The problem is that this is so irreparable damage that even black not taking this wins. Knight e7. Whenever in doubt, move backwards, says the chess wisdom. Oh, God. That was beauty, Code. That was beauty, man. The way you turned this around, absolute spectacular stuff. Absolutely spectacular stuff. I don't like this move, by the way, at all, because knight e4 tells you that your opponent wants to take this, and I'm like, bring it, baby. If you want trades, which you should want because you're up a piece, you should be provoking trades like mad. Now, I understand that this also provokes trades, but here I'm a bit worried about this pawn running. Not at this rate, though. Yeah, this was a train wreck. And once again, Cody, if we want to be very honest with ourselves, every bad move you played in this game, almost every single one of them, you knew were bad when you played them. Like, this knight g5, knight e6 thing was not good at all. f3 was, I don't even know where that came from. And then queen d3 to top it all. Hi. Like, you knew that this was nonsense, and you definitely knew that this was hot rubbish. And yet we played both. So, in a way, there is not a lot of learning in this, brother, because you already know these things. But we need to still reflect on these more frequently than most people think. Well, that looks like a sexy checkmate. Well, it's a funny thing, chess player psyche, because yes, we often end up playing dog shit, even though we know it is dog shit. Yeah, this is a very, very coherent, well-played opening. Kudos. Okay, who can tell me how we can win a piece in this position by force? It's very surprising. Very neat, surprising tactic. Bishop d3? I don't think so. d5, f5, both available. I don't understand how that would win a piece. I did tell you that it's quite challenging. Knight g5 is second best, but surprisingly, knight fd2 is the best move. And after bishop takes, rook takes, now the knight is gone because no matter which pawn move you play, we have f3. But I think knight g5 accomplishes the same, more or less. It's just that in this case I can pester the knight a little bit on g5, whereas on d2 it would have been quite safely tucked away. This is a tough motif to find. Wait, d5? The fuck is d5? They could have taken this and just continue playing chess, but okay. This is very good. Bishop f4, please. Yeah. What? Why did you send me this game, Cody? I mean, granted, I'm very happy with the way you play, except your opponent forgot to show up to the chess game. That was clean as a whistle, brother, but also we met zero resistance. What am I missing about this one? Yeah, too easy, as the kids call it. Too easy. All right. We're going to do a bit of stalking. Let's have a look at how these blitz games play out. Queen c3, Lord Almighty, and we're not playing knight d5 fork. Hello? That's a bishop that is worth hunting, brother. Oh, God Almighty, and the guy is called God Almighty. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, Cody. What is happening, man? Fuck. That was bad. Yeah, I see, I see. Bishop f4 looks like a chess move that I would play. Okay, there is something not right here. So, I don't know why we are developing our opponent's pieces instead of just freaking off to the correct side of the board and then develop and develop like a chess player. I see. So I will leave you be with these then. It's interesting that this knight went to e2 for no reason. Why is it not f4 and then knight f3 like a chess player, Cody? Why are we reinventing the wheel? What is this knight e2? Like knight e2 and f4 together, they make absolutely no sense. None whatsoever. That is really bad. What is the correct pawn push here, folks? Yeah, push the d pawn because we want action. Action. We want this to blast open, not to close off. e5 is very bad because it encourages black to close the position, after which we have got a fairly garbage bishop and not so easy ways to break up the pawn mass. It's still better for white, but it's a lot of work. After d5, the game is over. Why are we castling here, good sir, is a very, very big question too. Why not here? Because you are a man. How many times have you heard me, bro, that in order to create more play, more fun, more attack, we castle queen side so that you can go nuts on the king side? The fuck are you going to play for after king side castles exactly? Tell me, good man, what is your plan now? The reason why we castle queenside is because we have got testosterone in our body. Preferably in abundance. Low T. Yeah. And textbook, immediately you had no idea what to do. Exactly. But then I love it how you're asking, like, why would I do that? And then you immediately admit that you had no idea what you were supposed to do after this. It's like, hello? Like, you know that what you did was, like, hopeless, yet you're questioning why you would do something else. It's like, I don't know, because what you did didn't work. I'm going out on a limb and guess that you didn't know what to do here, and that could be a strong indication that what we did was wrong. You're trying to do, by the way, something semi-reasonable. Okay, taking is horrid. Knight c6 was the way to play. Oh, shit. Yeah, okay, now with this is killing. I mean, I don't see why we're not taking 3 rooks, but I think I should abandon analyzing blitz games on this note. And yeah, you haven't played Rapid for ages. Christmas is for family, not for chess. Fair enough. Fair enough, brother. Fair enough. Okay. Hello, Jose Baleno. How are you going, buddy? All right. What should we do? What should we do? While I'm thinking about what we should do, we'll do some more daily puzzles. I quite like mucking around with them. Saw that opera game for the first time. Ouch! That, my friend, is what emotional damage sounds like. Should have been the first chess game you've ever seen in your life. Oh, I've seen this before. Yeah, the opera game is definitely a must-see for every chess player, every aspiring chess player. Hey Jazz, how are you going, buddy? You have sent some bangers to me lately. Is it take, check, check, king back? But there is a bit of a problem here. Oh, it's check, check, knight c7 and an a6 mate in the end. That's lovely. Check and mate. Wow. That was very cool. That was very cool. What? Hello? This looks like check, check and mate on g6. This is a very famous theme. Check, check and mate. If I go take, f6, then there is queen f6, rook f6, and there is no mate at home. Okay. Good. This is just take, check, check, checkmate. Too easy. Next. Take here. Check 97. And the b pawn is theoretically winning endgame. You should all know that, by the way, that which pawn wins and which pawn loses. Or rather, which pawn draws. Is there anyone in the house who doesn't know that rule in that endgame? Is it just check, check? What? I don't get this. Oh, shit. I didn't see that. Fork. So if here. Wait, I'm missing something obvious here, aren't I? This doesn't look right. Whoa, run away! Oh, it's queen here. And mate. And queen check. Ay, that's beautiful. Alright, we're only brother in a moment. Oh, that checkmate. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. Okay, check he, check king h6 has escaped. Check he, king f8. Check he, king escaped. But what the first escape is not real, because after check king he, check here, I have rook g8 with mate. King he, king here, and then we win. You. Oh, mother trucker! I missed that. Ay ay ay. What? Check, check. Hello? What? Did I miss this or this? Bishop g4 here is definitely unpleasant. Wait, is it check? Oh, shit, I missed mate. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, that was embarrassing. Please accept my apologies. Please accept my apologies. Is it check? Or check? If check, rook g7. And rook g3 doesn't win because of queen g3's check. Is it queenie, rook here, rook h3 with the idea of rook h7 and queen h4 mate? Surely not. Yeah, no, surely not. Was it rook g3 right away? Or rook h3 even? I'm puzzled about the puzzle. Queen f8 is a little bit hanging, brother. Otherwise, I would have been quite enthusiastic about playing it. Oh, yeah, I know what it is. It's rook g3, rook here. I have been looking for this motif. Rook g3, rook g7, queen takes h7. And if rook takes, then rook g8 mate. If king takes, it's rook mate here. I'm an idiot. I'm a prized idiot. Okay, last one, and then we go on to the game submitted by Mr. Lopez. So it looks like check take queen g4 to my untrained eyes. I don't see how they stop the mate on h5. Yeah, I'm calling it. Oh, it's queen g6! Ah, I knew this! And then bishop takes, pawn takes, and the mate here is unstoppable. Ah, yeah. And g4. Oh, man, I'm such a moron. But what's wrong with queen g4 here? Queen g4, mate. Bishop e2. F. Ah, dagnamit. 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 That was stupid. That was stupid. Alright. Holy heck, man, that's a big game. So are we black or white, Mr. Lopez? Mr. Runaway, are we black or white? I didn't bother looking at the message. I should have. No, you didn't say it, so I have to figure it out. You're white. Okay, let's go. What the hell, bro? e5 is a mistake on account of bishop b5 check. That's something every chess player who plays Open Sicilian should know. Every time when e5 hits, the first move you look to do is check. Because you want to trade this bishop so you can go to f5, e3, d5. Like, that's the reason why here e5 is also bad. It's because of check. Yeah, I never said not to play Open Sicilian. I said that every person who plays it should know this. You played, you should know it. That's my point. Because it's one of the most... This is one of the first questions that most people ask when they learn the Sicilian. Why is e5 bad here? Why is e5 bad here? Like, it comes up in almost every Sicilian line. Well, you should know that it's a mistake because this is not theory, you know. And when shit is not theory, it's because it's bad. But anyway, lesson learned, brother. Lesson learned. Let's move on. The move you played is second best, by the way. Yeah, this is fine. This is totally fine. But that is totally not fine. So every move you played so far with white was played in order to exploit the weakness of the d5 square. Every single move. The knight read out, the bishop pin. And now you throw in a move that completely mismatches everything. It's like you started cooking a beef stroganoff, you got your beef, you got your tomato paste, you got your vegetables, and now you just rushed out to the shops to buy caster sugar and some cream and some custard. Like, dude, this square here is screaming at you. Like, take the fucker and put this in here, play knight c3, play bishop c4, and play chess. I have no idea what else could you possibly think of here. And all the previous moves have led to this. You don't happen to have my chessable course called Centa, in which there is a game that describes the strategy of weak squares in the center. But you could literally get it from any semi-decent chess book that discusses positional weaknesses like this square. That your idea is to obtain the weak square. Mission accomplished. You have a monster knight. F4 does not fit this bill at all. It just doesn't work here at all because your pieces are really, really poorly placed for a pawn break. And theirs aren't. Jesus Christ. What rating is this man? Like, every move is a blunder. Well, not a blunder, but a positional mistake. Take your block face. Like, knight g4 is just next level, because then now again we can go in with a tempo. Like, knight d7 is fine, ef4 is fine, queen b6 is very good for black. Right, okay. Yeah, now you're doing great. Now you're doing great. Yep, and white is winning. Game over. Dude, these are perfect chess moves. Wow. Very good. Very good. The exact moves I would have played. Like, between move 10 and 18, I would have played the exact same moves. Move for move. Every move. That's the first one I'm not so sure about. Because what is the plan against knight f6? What's the purpose of rook d8 exactly? I want to understand. Okay, so explain to me, like I was 2 years old, why would you be interested in trading your most active piece to the worst piece on the board? Well, I hate to tell you this, brother, but because you are a pawn up, doesn't justify why you are trading something that appears to be 5 points up. Like, it's really difficult to explain it sometimes to lower rated players, but I will try my best so that you understand this concept very clearly. Do you think, hand on heart, that Black's biggest problem at the moment is that they down a pawn? Like, you look at this position, we ask, what is the main thing that, you know, makes this so winning for white, and we go like, they're up a pawn. Oh, okay, so if I remove this pawn from the board, then white is not winning all of a sudden. Right, so let me repeat the question. Why are you trading your best for their worst? It doesn't make sense. Right? What appears to be the most logical rook move by far? Rook b6. Shitting on the bishop as well. And now nothing can move. The best move they have is knight f6, which is where the knight came from. And now you just continue squeezing. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You're not winning this game because you're up a pawn. You're winning this game because their pieces can't do shit. That being said, rook d8 is not a mistake that will mean that you're not going to be able to win the game. But you have lost, I would say, about at least half of your advantage. Black now has a very easy upcoming next 5 moves. And structurally, you have problems because this bishop is going to prove to be superior to yours because you have got a pawn on e4 that is very easily targetable. Oh, God. Oh, actually, no, I take that back. That is the right way to take. Sorry. No, that was actually correct. Yeah, how will you defend this pawn now, brother, against this? Yeah, this was bad, man. This was bad. But it's already a difficult endgame to play. And all of this started off with rook d8, rook f8. It was a deceptively difficult endgame to play after this. So I would split this into more than one phenomenons or phenomena as far as giving yourself a judgment. Because here playing rook d8 is a tunnel vision on steroids type of thing about, oh, I need to trade because I'm up a pawn. which here doesn't really work because you have got much greater advantages than the pawn. Now, after this, we are entering a second phase of the endgame, which is infinitely harder to play than what it was before you went in for this. And there are no longer obvious moves available to you. And so, judging your endgame skills based on how you played this endgame is harsh, because even I would struggle converting it with ease. E.g., Rook D1 move played, I don't think is best, but it looks so damn obvious. But I don't really think it's a good move at all, because you're just forcing your opponent to play the best move, and your rook on the d-file is doing red hot nothing. More likely a5 fixing the pawns on white and then playing rook e1 was the way to go. And then very slowly building it up from here. Also note that when the rook is on e1, when you jump into d5, you are actually attacking e5. It's quite a smart way to trade. And there is this little trick here. Okay, let's move on. I dislike d6. I think this was the final nail in the coffin of you completely having no clue how to play this. And also it's a rash decision because king d6, as much as this looks good here, doesn't create a problem for you. Right? So you can just go, let's say, a5, king here, b4, king up, knight moves c4, and you win. You don't have a target there, Cody. You need to develop pieces for like the next 40 moves. So now you just want to gain space. b4, king up, potentially pull the bishop back, potentially pull the knight away, play c4, put the knight back, put the knight in. So if we had infinite number of moves, which we more or less do, my plan would look something like this. I'm just going to pass with black. Yeah, he pull back, c4, and then go in. This would be my long-term plan. And here too, d6 makes the pawn too weak. So once again, my plan would have been fixing the pawns, creating a bind, then play b4, pull the king all the way up to the b3, piss off with the knight, play c4. Okay, Mr. Runaway Lopez, how many times on the stream have you heard from me saying when you have got a material up endgame / winning endgame, the endgame type that you should never ever try to trade down to is rook endings, because they are a total ass to win. I have said this sentence in my professional chess coaching live about 5,000 times. I'm not kidding. I wonder how many times you heard it out of those 5,000. Wait, what? Rook d8 was played here. Ah, bro, like knight check, knight c4, and you won the chess game. What? Why would you take f6 here? When you already see that after that you're guaranteed losing d6, and your opponent has now a protected pass pawn courtesy of you taking this. I would have never considered this move to play, let alone the one that I choose to execute. Like, black doesn't even have a threat. Like, there is no next black move now. Why would you take this? Because as soon as you do, king c6, rook d6 is coming. If you do nothing, they can't do nothing, because d6 is not hanging due to the discovery, and take hangs e5. What? Like, why would you take... Ay, 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 ay. Okay, so knight f6 takes. Rook. What? Rook d5. Okay, talk to me again. Isn't black's playing king c6, rook d6? The fuck is rook d5? This is the most confusing move of the entire game for me. So you really need to explain this to me. Like, what does this do? I don't get this. But you haven't thrown away a winning position yet. Like, after rook d3, you have got targets everywhere, brother. I love it when people tell me that they didn't know what to do. The fuck is that supposed to mean, man? Like, you have got two dead passive pieces on the board. What do you think you are meant to do? Like, activate them, God forbid? Like, I don't think you need 1400 level of play to understand what you need to do in this position with white. You need to do shit with your pieces. So if you had infinite number of moves for white, it would be like rook up, bring the king to the center, start pestering the black pawns. What else could you do? This is a very, very big pet peeve of mine as a coach, that when people tell me I didn't know what to do, I instantly call bullshit. Like, no, not buying that. It's not a lot of things we can do to begin with. Therefore, it shouldn't be that hard to pick out the one that we should do. As opposed to the, I don't know what to do. It's like, well, did we think? Endgames, by far and large, tend to be about hunting down weaknesses, or if there are no weaknesses, then creating them. Now, there are targets on the board that you can go after, so I don't understand what's difficult about finding this. I'm not even such a thing, by the way, that this is best. But this is what I would do if I had 5 seconds on the clock. Who cares about you losing the pawn? That is perfectly irrelevant as far as what you are supposed to do here. It's totally irrelevant. The fact that you are losing this pawn doesn't make these pieces good. You need to activate your shitty pieces. That has nothing to do with this pawn staying or leaving. Absolutely zero overlap. None whatsoever. You need these pieces active, whether it stays or goes. So I don't understand how that's a relevant point, that I was losing the pawn, therefore I didn't know what to do. Like, if this rook was here, your plan would be the exact same thing. Activate your pieces. And if the rook was on a7, you would not lose your pawn, right? And yet the moves you needed to do would be the exact same. So the argument that, yeah, but I'm losing the pawn is invalid. You still need to do the same shit. You need to activate your pieces. And that's what it looks like. Attack, attack. And you won the chess game. And you are going to hate me for hearing this, but I'm going to say this because you are clearly in the need of hearing this. You are not allowed to be tilted during the game. And I know it sounds stupid, but it actually is the truth. You can knock yourself out and do all kinds of crazy wild shit you like to do when you are tilted after the game is over. During the game, you are not allowed to have negative feelings about what you've done, about yourself, about the whole process. You are more than welcome, by the way, to have a discussion about this with Jazz Monton, who also tends to do this. No right whatsoever. You need to earn the right to hate yourself. You haven't earned that yet, because this game is still on. And you can still win it. Now you can hate yourself because you effed it up irreparably. Oh. Okay. Puzzle for everybody. Black's no-brainer move. Like, instant reaction here. Instant reaction. This is pawn structure 101. H4 is a white move, not a black one. Indeed, A5. If you don't play A5 here, you don't count as a chess coach. Hello, Mr. Nova Chess Guy. It is as natural as a baby's smile that when there are 3 pawns like this, covering every single square where the king could go, you immediately go after the middle one, split the pawns, and the king gets access to all of them. Like, this is something that you play with your eyes closed every day of the year. No question. E4 is a shocker. And now the game is a draw. Yep. Now we are actually potentially winning. I think. Because what we can do here is we can go king e3 takes, c5 king back, and then deny f5 with g4 maybe. Or, better still, king e3, king f5, king d4. Oh, hello. Does this win? Yeah, black is cooked, right? Black is completely busted here. Because you can play king f4, but you can't nurse this in because your king is denied. It's over. Just come back and long outside pass pawn wins the chess game. Oh my god. B5. What on earth is B5? What will you do after king d4, brother? Why did it switch to red? Oh, Mr. Lopez. Oh, man. That is a heartbreaker and a half. Like, after king e3, it's game over. You just won. Oh, man. No, not like this. Not like this. Not like that. Please. Yeah. That is a heartbreaker, man. I don't know what to tell you. But like, what's the point of pushing the pawn, man, when you are losing every single one of them? It's like that is not an acceptable rationale there. If you want to push the pawns, you need to ensure that they are alive, right? Like that's how it works. What's really shocking about this whole story to me is that there seems to be a very logical question and response nature of the moves from here on out. So e4, he goes like, oh, I am coming in. And you go like, yeah, I am activating my king. He goes like, watch out, I'm about to kill you. And we go like, yeah, please do that. That's a good idea. Do that. As opposed to, no, I'm not letting you in. Oh man, this was painful. This was painful. This is when these are the types of games that make you hate chess to no end. And the irony is, and I really hate to rub it in, that everything that went sideways in this game was your doing. Like, you just went lose instead of win in one go. Like, it was 100% in your hands. The opponent had no control over this game whatsoever. Not at all. And I would like to, on this note, add to this that I think at least 50% of the reason why you lost this game was because you were tilting during the game. So if this doesn't teach you to drop that very, very bad habit, nothing will. Because half a move before this game was over, you were completely winning. Completely winning. You were literally asked, hey, do you want to win this game? You went like, no. All of this is because of the game, the pre-tilt that you were on. Yeah, this is... I don't want to go into the rest of this. No. But very good question. Very good question. So after a5, I can just take it. And I just go up, and that's it. You take, I go c5, and up, and up, and up, and up, and I have a queen. There is, like, guys, there's no such thing as if you never take f5. Like, what do? You're running out of legal chess moves. Like, name your move. I have a shit ton more pawn moves to waste than you have with black. And once you run out of... If you allow me to play g4, then you're just going to lose the pawn on e4, right? So h5 seems the more or less only move. And b5, amongst others, here is an easy win. what's gonna happen is that I take like this, yeah, and then Zugi. The biggest mistake of this game, while I suppose that you didn't win it with King E3 here, takes the cake. Actually, no. I take that back. The biggest mistake of this game is that you are not in control of your feelings and emotions during the game. That's your biggest mistake. You cannot play chess when your mind is not ready to play chess. It's like the same as you are doing open heart surgery and you accidentally cut into an artery while you're doing this. And then instead of fixing the shit that you've done and refocus on the job, you just go like, well, fuck it. And you start cutting everything else. That's the equivalent of what you did in this game. That's the literal equivalent of what you did here. I could single out all the chess mistakes, but it's very clear that the reason why you lost is because you were not in control of your emotions and your mental state. Time control was a long TC. Long TC. But yeah, if you want to hear the chess mistakes, it was definitely King E3. Oh! Hello! The legend himself? Or the legend herself? Either way, thank you very much, Ben and Karen, for the raid. I quoted you already today, at least once. The best chess one-liner ever. Don't play bad moves, you know are bad moves. I wish I could coin that. Anyway, welcome in, raiders. I am currently analyzing some viewer games. And yeah, I am encouraging you to join in and participate in the party. So that was definitely the biggest mistake. The second biggest mistake was this obsession with material that, oh, I'm up a pawn, so I need to trade. And you traded a rook that was worth about 10 points more than the f8 thing that I wouldn't call a rook. That was a pretty sizable mistake too. Ben got tired. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, obviously, when you have got the brain power of Ben, then you need rest every now and then. We all get tired of certain things. Magnus must be tired of shoving people. Ben producing quality content. Me the same. Wink wink. Yeah, also Rook D5 was a shocker as far as I'm concerned. Like, this is a typical case of no purpose whatsoever. Just let's make the opponent's clock tick rather than mine. That was the intent behind this move. He reviewed my game, anyone would think, oh brother, we have got some absolute bangers here. Don't you worry. Oh, I know how he feels, but trust me, I have seen some wild things. Yeah, in the opening, f4 was totally misplayed. Like, that was not fitting the bill at all. Like, have you ever seen a Sveshnikov game in your life? And I mean it without any malice whatsoever. So, you do know I'm hoping slash guessing that this is the Sveshnikov, yeah? Have you ever seen a game in the Sicilian Sveshnikov like this in your life? Please, Lord, give me the yes. No, it's Sveshnikov, but close enough. Yeah, right, okay. So if you have, how many times have you seen any a decent player to play f4 in this structure with white? Zero. I have another question for you, which is probably going to be the painful one. Did you notice that this was a like for like of a Sveshnikov structure? So, okay, we are approaching the point, right? So we are reinventing the wheel again. Because you are in a structure that you are familiar with, and you're playing a move that you have never ever seen anyone play. I wonder what could go wrong there, right? I have seen, you know, Kasparov and Anand and Magnus and the other bozos play this, but hey, what do they know? That's completely, you are avoiding the answer 100%. You're not punishing anything anymore. You identify the structure and then you realize what the matching plan is. That's it. That's all it is. Weak d5 square. So trade the guards of the square and occupy the square. That's your strategy. Identical stuff from the Sveshnikov. No, you don't attack the d-pawn. That actually is never happening until like move 50. No, actually the exact reverse of what you're saying. Unless you're trolling me. I'm pretty sure that you're trolling. So that's it. Control of the d5 square. And from here on out, what you try to do is to trade these for these so that we end up with a good knight, bad bishop. And f4 is definitely not part of this, as per you admitted that you have never seen this move in this structure played, which genuinely begs the question of, so what made you think it was a good idea to do? By the way, I'm also curious, once again, even if you didn't see that this was screaming obvious, why wouldn't you just develop your pieces like a chess player? The game anal details are to be found in the analysis command. There you go. Philae, Cody is present in the Twitch chat as well as in the YouTube chat, so you can send a message to him yourself. You don't need me to be the messenger. Yeah, Mr. Runaway. These are the things that I would have highlighted. Yeah, that's the game. Well, you certainly did do something a lot more drastic. There is no question about drastic there. But drastic doesn't necessarily mean better. Why do you want Cody to change his profile pic? Is there something untoward about it? No, the pleasure was mine, young man. The pleasure was absolutely mine. The pleasure was mine. Yep, that's a very important message. Tilting during the chess game is not allowed. Is the Confederate flag a banned symbol in the United States? Why does it keep on popping up as a new message when it's not one? Oh, by the way, Jess sent me a banger. Let's have a look at that very quickly, especially if he's still here. I haven't had a chance to look at it on the board. I looked at it blindfolded, but I haven't had a chance to see this game. This is very similar to one that I played yesterday. Knight d5 is already good to go. When you say highly suspicious, what does that mean? Please accept my ignorance here and just teach me. Yeah, a4, b4, knight d5 or knight d5 right away is almost the same thing. Yeah, take, bishop e7. Okay, let's play against the move. This looks to me like a banger of a game. Twitch, you are very wise about avoiding... It's a short leap from Confederate flag to white supremacy. I see. So you would avoid opening the center. Well, when you have a hanging queen, a hanging pawn, and a monster knight in your face on d5, you don't have those choices. So what would you play, Mr. Twitch Brahms? I'm dying to hear your take on this. Given that b5 is hanging and knight d5 is pending, please send us a message. Yeah, well, I don't want to go into this too deeply, Mr. Twitch Pabrams, but until now we are in theoretical grounds. This is where black went kind of shaky. So knight f6 here good, knight c6 here good. All of this. This is not my game. This is Jazz Monton scoring goals like an absolute champion. Queen g4, very good. g6. Knight e7, good. Check, good. This is an absolute masterpiece. I can already see that. What's the finish? Easy fix. The ads, that is. Yeah, queen d4. Beautiful. Jazz, that was a banger. Now I can't help myself, guys, but I need to show you a game that I played yesterday because it was almost identical to this. I actually posted it on Twitter too. Just check this out. This is exactly the same thing. It's the same opening, but I played a g3 line here. A4 and 95. By the way, I accidentally played it out on the analysis board all the way to the mate. In the game, they resigned after d6 check, so the Twitter version was not quite truthful. But like, no one cares about these tiny details. So take, king d8. There's one thing that I keep on getting wrong, and that is the best move for white here. I played bishop g5. It is booked, yeah, for a fair while. Like, here what black did wrong is that knight f6 is good here, b4 is good here, so there are a fair number of moves that are fine. Now black is in trouble. This is lovely. Okay, let's go. d5 tuck tuck. So the move here that I always forget. I can't be the only one thinking it's a bit messed up. You mean what? You need to play earlier knight f6 Twitch Pabrams, but I really don't want to turn it into a theoretical discussion on the Sicilians, because it really works on a move-to-move basis. So I played bishop g5, which is very, very good. Yeah, but there is this move c3 that I always keep on forgetting. And the idea is that if you take, then rook a3 to bring the rook in from here, and if takes, then now we have got absolutely complete development. And a myriad of threats. It is absolutely gorgeous because now we have got 3 open files bearing down on the black king. It is just insane. Yeah, it is marvelous. Absolutely sensational. And I always forget this. I always play bishop g5, which is also good. So the point here is that after knight d7, you can always go in for a check, take, and kick the knight out. By the way, queen e2 is also not bad with the mate in one thread. That is a lot more complicated to stop than you would think. Like there's this famous motif here of rook check, queen check rather, and they can't take because this is pretty gnarly. So they have to block with the queen now, and then you take, and then knight e6 is coming and stuff like that. So that is also a common theme. My game went with bishop e7, knight f5, rook e8, queen d4, and here I played an absolute banger of a move that I would encourage all of you to find. It's a beautiful tactic. Black doesn't want to get into this mess, brother. Usually when you end up in mess, it's not because you wanted to end up in mess. Knight d6. I don't know, man. Looks, seems to me like it's hanging. Knight h6 is playable. But then I have got knight d7. And I still leave. Kind of. I'm dead in every case. But there's a clean best move here that I was very proud of playing and finding. Sack the walk! Sack the walk, my brothers. Sack the walk. This is how it went. Takes back, takes, takes, takes. And now we're down a full rook. And the position is about +7. Which is always very, very pleasing. Absolute pin. Yeah, well, this is brutal, man. It is just brutal. So they played bishop c8, and the fun continues. I took d6, of course. Why would you take a rook when you can take a pawn? And my opponent played queen d7, trying to make a luft for the king this way. But after knight f7, d6, they resigned here. There was a forced mate to be had, by the way, for those of you who like checkmates, like me, which would have been like this. The winning move here is ridiculously hard to find. My initial plan here was to play d6, hoping for rook f7 and then check, and then mate. But this is actually not that great, because after d6 there is rook e6. Thank you, Phil. I like it too. So, bishop h3 I think is hanging, no? I don't know what that's all about. Knight h6 is one of the better moves with mate threat, which is quite wild. But bishop f3, believe it or not, is the engine's favorite move. And the idea is that after takes, we have got check. And check. And that check right there, friends. That check is worth tuning to my stream, tuning into my stream. Yes, that is a mate. Mikey, welcome in, brother. That is the fattest mate today. I don't understand why this keeps on popping up as a new message when I read it already 40 times. Maybe because I'm in different tabs. Alright, folks. We are going to call it a day, I think, here. I was honored to have you on board with me today. I don't know what I'm doing. Shout out to all the Ben and Karen raidies. Oh, Mikey, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. But worry not, brother, because you will get here again. Yeah, I know. I know. Very rude. Very, very rude. Mikey, what do you stream, bro? Oh, you are a chesser too. Okay. I dig it. I dig it. I'm sorry, brother. I hate to be the disappointment of your day. Yeah, you go to my YouTube channel and you go learn a lot of good shit. And you don't need to go anywhere. I will send you somewhere good. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I do stream at this time quite a bit, so I'm sure that you're going to catch me again. Actually, yeah, thank you, Mr. Twitch Pabrams. I already off to Miss Fireheart. Be nice to each other, humans, and I am going to be back soon. Definitely on Thursday, but maybe tomorrow as well. No, tomorrow not. Thursday. Which is your Wednesday. So take care, be nice, enjoy chess, and we'll be back with more. Bye.
Dude, because I sort of knew what was going on, but I never knew enough to be confident. Hey, ChessCoachAndras.